Now, what I'm going to be talking about today is the twin flame journey and how a lot of people are saying, like, why is it so hard? I suppose it can be hard if you haven't got the right tools, if you don't know what you're doing, if you're not working through everything that arises, but it doesn't have to be hard. You can choose for it to be easy. And as you go deeper and deeper into love on your journey, you begin to realise that it is your choices that are going to bring this together. Choosing for it to be easy doesn't mean that there's not going to be challenges, but you can make it a lot easier on yourself than it could be. Some of the people listening to this now have already had a relationship with their twin flame and it didn't pan out, or it didn't go deeper, it didn't last, or it came apart for some reason. And that's what happens when you don't apply the tools I'm talking about here, when you don't work through all the feelings that arise about whatever's happening using the mirror exercise. Because the twin flame energies, of course, are very powerful. When you come together, all these energies are massively amplified and they bring up to the surface all this crud to be cleared. You have to be able to clear it. As if one doesn't know how to clear it, what they tend to do is stuff it all down until it can't be stuffed down any longer. And that's why a lot of people could be around their twin flame before and they can't now, because that leads to a backlog of spiritual work. All that stuff still needs to be cleared. And another reason why initially twin flame relationships might not be able to continue is because if there's patterns present, it can't continue. For example, if there's a pattern in consciousness, and it's always a shared pattern, if there's a belief in not being good enough, or not being able to have real love, or that love isn't really real, or then the relationship can't continue. There comes a point, if patterns like these are present, that when one wants to go deeper in their twin flame relationship, they're not able to. And yet another reason why these relationships might not initially last is because you may have a little bit of temporary success, you might get together to a certain extent, but you really do have to choose to be with them. If you've had a relationship with them but you haven't fully decided to be with them, there's going to be problems. But that's okay, because you can just make a new choice in this place to be with your twin flame, to come into union with your twin flame. And they'll make the same choice alongside you, even if the outside shows you none of that for a time. Sometimes twin flame relationships don't last because a choice was made for more. And I know that sounds like a contradiction in terms, so I'll explain what I actually mean by that. Supposing you had some contact with them, you were together a little bit, but didn't have the full commitment that you were desiring to. If you make a choice for more, sometimes it looks like that choice leads to separation, maybe even a third party. But the reason for that is that it's giving you a chance to start afresh. You revise your ideas of what twin flames are and manifest your union properly and permanently in a way that's going to last for an eternity. So don't be alarmed if you choose to be together and your person doesn't seem to be making the same choice, or they seem to be choosing something completely different, or someone else, or whatever. They're still choosing as one with you. And as you continue to use the mirror exercise to clear the blocks and heal the patterns, the truth will become clearer and clearer until everything's revealed. It's quite common for a lot of people on their twin flame journeys, when they decide to go all in with committing to the union and doing the inner work, they find that their twin flame goes all in with someone else. They're actually making the same choices to commit. They might not be committing to the right thing. They might not have the full clarity on what the truth is at that particular moment in time. But it's still choosing as one. So however bad it looks on the outside, even if it looks like everything's going to shit, that's absolutely not the time to give up. Giving up when things get hard like that is the worst thing you can do. That's the time to persevere, to push forward, to get your head down and work your way through the blocks, through everything that comes up. And the inner work, feeling your feelings for hours on end, putting love in this place in consciousness, putting love in that place in consciousness, and then getting triggered even more by your twin flame. It seems never ending, and it seems like a thankless task. But as your twin flame continues triggering you, what they're doing, they're actually saying, are you going to love yourself here? 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 Are you going to love me here? Are you going to love me here? Are you going to love me here? Even though I'm doing this, even though I'm being that, etc., etc. So what they're doing, they're actually doing their job. Your twin flame is your tool for ascension. You have to think of them in that way first and foremost. The partner and lover and all the delightful things you'll be doing together, that all comes in time, but they're your ascension tool first. By triggering you, they're showing you all the places in consciousness where you need to deliver self-love to. And I know it can be repetitive and it can seem like you've done the exercise 19,000 times and nothing's changing, but there is an end to it. And it's also really important when you're going through these challenges to keep reminding yourself that only love is real. If there's doubts, if there's beliefs that maybe love isn't real and the illusion is, that's not going to be helping anyone at all. And it can take a few goes to realign beliefs that maybe have been held for lifetimes, but that's okay. You've got the time. It doesn't matter how long it takes, if forever is the reward. Just keep choosing love, keep going deeper into love. Don't attach to how it will unfold or what it's supposed to look like. Just trust the divine plan, and the divine will deliver your union to you. With a little bit of salad dressing on the side. Okay, everybody, that feels complete. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.